All right, as we've been reporting here on Morning Live, that thousands of members of the National Union of Metalworkers of South Africa, NUMSA, will also join the transport union SATAWU today in downing tools nationally. More than 15 bus companies have indicated that they will go on strike, forcing thousands of commuters to seek alternative transport. For more on this story, let us now go to Mitchell's Plain in the Western Cape. That is where our reporter Nomawethu Solwandle is. Nomawethu, good morning to you. I can see the queues piling up now. The commuters, what are they saying? Were they aware of the strike today?
Well, a very good morning to you, Balisa. Indeed, we are coming to you live from Mitchell's Plain here on the Cape Flats. And where we are is actually a bus depot. But we see people actually boarding taxis here this morning. And like you rightfully said, Balisa, the queues are incredibly long. What you see behind me is actually nothing. It goes right around, right through the buildings. And we've seen people trying to get to work, pushing into taxis. So safety is also a huge concern this morning. We've spoken to some of the commuters that have been standing in the queue. Some of them say that they've been here since 5 o'clock this morning and still they don't see themselves getting to work anytime soon. I mean, we left the office at around 5 o'clock this morning, and by 5:30, Balisa, the N2 was already backed up. Now, with the buses not moving this morning, it means that people will rely on trains and taxis. And with taxis, they'll have to use the N2 and the N1, putting severe pressure on something that we see every morning, the traffic actually backing up. So people are really going to be inconvenienced this morning. And when I spoke to people in the queues as well, why they decided to come and board taxis and not trains, you remember that the central line going into Cape Town with regards to trains has been severely affected in recent months. So people don't actually have faith or don't trust the system at all. So they'll rather come and board taxis here. But of course, this is another problem, because taxis are more expensive than trains and buses, because there people can actually buy monthly tickets. So of course, financially as well, commuters will be hit very hard this morning. I'm just going to speak to some of the commuters that have been standing in the queue. So just tell me, when did you get here and how you'll be inconvenienced this morning?
I got here around 5. I'm still at the back of the line, so I think I'm only going to get to work at like 2, 3 today, maybe, if I'm lucky.
And your bosses, were they aware of this? Have you called work? How are you feeling about that?
It is a national strike, and it's not even 7 o'clock. We don't know how to feel yet. So yeah, it is a national strike. They're all aware of it, so they just are understanding about it. Yeah.
And also, I mean, I've been here since around 5:45, and I've seen people trying to board taxis. People have been pushing. You know, safety is a real concern this morning. How are you feeling about that?
Unsure. If it hits a certain time, I'm also going to get frustrated, and I might as well just push 1 or 2 aunties out the way as well. So yeah.
Thank you very much for your time. Ma'am, just tell me, what time did you get here this morning?
I left
Just turn around like this.
I left the house at 5:30 this morning, and when I came here, the taxi queues were very long. People are shouting and screaming at one another, and the taxis only come in one by one in every hour.
Tell me, do you usually use the train or the bus to work every morning?
I use the bus to work in the morning, and I love my bus.
Talking about the bus, ma'am, just tell us how you actually fund your trips to work, how much you pay for a monthly ticket, and what the difference is between the bus and a taxi.
I take the bus every morning, and I pay 138 rand per week. And I don't like to take the taxi because the queues are always long, and the people are always pushing people away. They're always bursting in and there's always a fighting at the taxi queues.
And just how much is the trip to town going to cost you today, there and back?
It will be 30 rand for the day.
And would this be something that's sustainable, having to... I mean, you're used to paying just over 100 rand a week. I mean, if this bus strike now continues for the whole week, how are you going to be affected?
It is going to affect me because I already bought me a bus ticket, so I have to pay double this week.
Thank you so much for your time, ma'am. Thank you for speaking to us. Well, like you heard there, Balisa, those were the commuters speaking to me about how they feel this morning and how this bus strike is actually inconveniencing them. My camera operator is just going to pan so that you can actually see just how long the queues are this morning. From behind me, Balisa, it goes right around. And this is actually the queue that actually goes to Cape Town CBD. Like I said, trains, train routes actually going that way have been severely affected in the last few months. So people are very skeptical to actually go and take trains this morning. So they've opted to come to pay more money so that they actually get to work this morning. But we'll actually go to the Mitchells Plain train station now just to see how things have been affected there, especially with regards to commuters. With that, it's back to you in the studio, Balisa.